Have you ever woken up feeling adrift, like the day is already controlling you before you've even had a chance to steer its course? Do you find yourself reacting to events rather than proactively shaping your experience? If so, you're not alone. But what if I told you that the first hour of your day holds the key to transforming not just your mornings, but your entire life? Today, we're diving deep into a powerful Stoic-inspired morning ritual, a sequence of 10 must-do practices designed to cultivate inner peace, unshakable purpose, and profound resilience. This isn't about quick fixes. It's about building a foundation for a life lived with intention and virtue. So let's start our journey. 1. Wake up consistently. Our journey begins with the very first act of the day, waking up. But not just waking up consistently. The Stoics understood the immense power of discipline and routine. By choosing a consistent wake-up time, even on weekends, you are making your first conscious decision of the day, asserting control over your impulses in favor of a greater purpose. Think of it as laying the first perfectly aligned stone for the edifice of your day. When you rise early and at the same time each morning, you're not just gaining extra hours. You're cultivating self-mastery. This act signals to your mind and body that you are in charge, that your intentions, not fleeting desires for a few more minutes of sleep, dictate your actions. This discipline ripples outwards. It makes it easier to adhere to other positive habits and strengthens your resolve against the inevitable distractions and temptations the day will bring. Moreover, the quiet hours of the early morning offer a unique sanctuary. The world is still, the demands are fewer, and your mind is often at its clearest. This is precious time for reflection, planning, and focused work, activities that are foundational to a Stoic life of purpose and virtue. As the great Stoic emperor Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself, rising early was a duty, a commitment to the work nature intended for him. He wrote, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, 'I have to go to work,' as a human being. What do I have to complain of if I'm going to do what I was born for, the things I was brought into the world to do? Or is this what I was created for? To huddle under the blankets and stay warm?" 2. Be thankful and grateful. Before your feet even touch the floor, before the first email is checked or the first news headline is consumed, there is a vital Stoic practice: gratitude. Take a deliberate minute, just 60 seconds, to acknowledge the good in your life. This isn't about ignoring challenges, but about anchoring yourself in appreciation. Be thankful for the simple, yet profound fact that you have awakened to a new day, a fresh opportunity to live, to learn, to act virtuously. Consider the quality of your sleep, the health you possess, even if imperfect. Extend this gratitude to your loved ones, your parents, your family, your spouse, your children, your friends. Their presence, their support, their love. These are immense gifts. Then, acknowledge the material comforts often taken for granted. A roof over your head, clean water to drink, food to eat. 3. Find your ikigai. What truly gets you out of bed with a sense of vitality and direction? The Japanese concept of ikigai, your reason for being, resonates deeply with Stoic ideals of living a purposeful life. While not an ancient Stoic term itself, the pursuit of a meaningful existence is central to the philosophy. Ikigai is that potent intersection where your passions, your skills, what the world needs, and what you can be compensated for all converge. Imagine waking each morning fueled by this clear, intrinsic motivation. The Stoics believe that every individual has a role to play in the cosmic order, a unique way to contribute to the common good using their inherent capacities. Discovering your ikigai is akin to identifying this role. It provides a compass for your endeavors, ensuring that your energy is directed towards activities that are not only fulfilling, but also beneficial to others. This search for purpose isn't a one-time discovery, but an ongoing exploration. It requires self-reflection, experimentation, and a willingness to understand your unique talents and how they can serve a larger need. When your morning begins with a connection to your ikigai, even mundane tasks can feel imbued with meaning because they are steps on a path you have consciously chosen, a path aligned with your deepest values and your potential for contribution. 4. Write down your thoughts. The inner world can be a tumultuous place. Thoughts, worries, ideas, and emotions swirl, often creating a mental fog. The Stoics were masters of self-awareness, and one of their most powerful tools was the practice of philosophical journaling. Keeping a diary or journal each morning is an invitation to explore this inner landscape, to bring clarity and order to your mind. A Stoic journal is a space for introspection. Use it to express gratitude in more detail, to reflect on your core values and whether your actions align with them. Examine the challenges you anticipate for the day and consider how you might respond with wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, the four cardinal Stoic virtues. Set a clear intention for the kind of person you wish to be throughout the day. This practice fosters profound self-awareness. It allows you to catch unhelpful thought patterns, to question your assumptions, and to reinforce your commitment to personal growth. Seneca in his letters often detailed his own practice of nightly review, but the morning offers a proactive opportunity to prepare the mind to set its course. By externalizing your thoughts onto paper, you create a space for objective analysis. You can see your anxieties for what they are, often diminishing their power. You can celebrate small victories in character development and identify areas for improvement. This daily dialogue with yourself is crucial for navigating life with Stoic calm and purpose. 5. Practice mindfulness and meditation. In our hyper-connected, distraction-filled world, the ability to be fully present is a superpower. The Stoics, though they didn't use the modern term mindfulness, certainly practiced its essence. Dedicating time each morning to mindfulness or meditation, even in complete silence, is a cornerstone of a Stoic-inspired routine. This practice involves focusing your attention, often on your breath, and observing your thoughts and sensations without judgment. As thoughts arise, as they inevitably will, you simply acknowledge them and gently return your focus. This isn't about stopping your thoughts, but about changing your relationship to them. You learn that you are not your thoughts, you are the observer of your thoughts. This creates a crucial space between stimulus and response, allowing you to choose your actions more consciously rather than reacting impulsively. Mindfulness cultivates acceptance of the present moment as it is, without wishing it were different. It fosters gratitude by allowing you to fully appreciate the richness of immediate experience, and it cultivates inner peace by calming the restless mind. Morning meditation strengthens this ability. It grounds you in the here and now, the only place where life truly unfolds, and prepares you to meet the day with a calm, centered, and resilient mind. 6. Set daily intentions, not just goals. We're often conditioned to focus on goals, external achievements, targets to be met. While goals have their place, Stoicism encourages a deeper, more internally focused approach, setting daily intentions. An intention is not about what you want to achieve, but who you want to be and how you want to show up in the world today. Intentions reflect your values. For example, instead of a goal like close 3 sales deals, an intention might be to approach every interaction with honesty and empathy, or to remain patient and calm when faced with frustration, or to listen more attentively than I speak. Unlike external goals, which are often subject to factors beyond your control, your intentions are entirely within your power. You can choose to be patient, kind, or courageous, regardless of external circumstances or outcomes. Setting intentions in the morning aligns your actions with your deepest principles. It provides an inner compass to guide your decisions and reactions throughout the day. When a challenging situation arises, your intention can serve as an anchor, reminding you of the person you aspire to be. This shifts the focus from a purely results-oriented mindset to a character-oriented one, which is the heart of Stoic ethics. Living virtuously, embodying wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. These become the true markers of a successful day, regardless of what you ticked off your to-do list. After your journaling or meditation, take a moment to set 1 to 3 intentions for the day. Write them down. Phrase them in the present tense as if they are already true. I am patient and understanding. I approach challenges with courage. I act with fairness and integrity. Revisit them mentally throughout the day. 7. Embrace discomfort. Modern life often revolves around seeking comfort and avoiding anything unpleasant. The Stoics, however, understood that true strength and resilience are forged in the crucible of discomfort. Deliberately introducing small, voluntary discomforts into your morning routine can be a surprisingly powerful way to build mental fortitude. This isn't about masochism, it's about practicing what Seneca called premeditatio malorum in a minor key, willingly experiencing a lesser hardship to prepare for greater ones, and to appreciate what you normally have. This could be taking a cold shower, skipping your usual morning coffee for a day, doing a particularly challenging exercise, or even just choosing the harder path when an easier one is available. These small acts of voluntary hardship expand your comfort zone. They teach you that you can endure more than you think. They lessen the fear of future, involuntary discomforts because you've proven to yourself that you can handle being uncomfortable. By embracing a little discomfort, you also cultivate a deeper appreciation for your usual comforts. That warm shower feels more luxurious after a cold one. That coffee tastes even better when it's a conscious choice, not an unthinking habit. This practice helps to detach your well-being from external conditions, fostering an inner resilience that is unshaken by minor inconveniences or even more significant setbacks. It's a way of training your mind to be robust, adaptable, and less dependent on everything always being perfectly comfortable. 8. Practice negative visualization. This might sound counterintuitive. We're often told to focus only on the positive. But the Stoics, in their profound wisdom, advocated for a practice called premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils, what we now often call negative visualization. This isn't about dwelling on pessimism, it's a powerful tool for building resilience, fostering gratitude for the present, and preparing mentally for life's inevitable challenges. Each morning, take a few moments to consider potential difficulties or losses you might face. This could range from minor inconveniences, a project delay, a difficult conversation, to more significant, though less likely adversities. The purpose isn't to induce anxiety, but to mentally rehearse your Stoic response. How would you cope if these things happen? How would you apply wisdom, courage, and temperance? By contemplating the temporary nature of things outside our direct control, our possessions, our health, even our relationships, we cultivate a deeper appreciation for them now and reduce their power to devastate us if they change or are lost. Marcus Aurelius famously began his day by reminding himself of the difficult people he might encounter. This wasn't to make him cynical, but to prepare him to meet them with patience and understanding, recognizing their actions stemmed from their own ignorance of good and evil. This practice strips away the shock factor of adversity. When challenges arise, you're less likely to be thrown off balance because, in a sense, you've already visited that territory in your mind and planned your virtuous response. It paradoxically leads to greater peace and a more profound enjoyment of the good things you currently have, knowing they are not guaranteed. As Seneca advised, rehearse them in your mind. Exile, torture, war, shipwreck. All the terms of our human lot should be before our eyes. This makes us value the present moment even more. 9. Learn something new every day. The Stoics placed immense value on wisdom and continuous learning. They understood that a sharp, well-informed mind is essential for navigating life effectively and virtuously. Dedicating just 10 to 15 minutes each morning to focused learning is an investment in your most valuable asset, your intellect and character. This doesn't necessarily mean enrolling in formal courses. It can be as simple as reading an insightful article related to your work or personal development, a chapter from a challenging book, perhaps the Stoics themselves, a well-researched blog post, or even listening to an educational podcast segment. The key is that the content should be substantive, something that expands your understanding, hones your critical thinking, or provides new perspectives. In a world saturated with fleeting entertainment and superficial information, consciously choosing to consume knowledge that nourishes your mind is a powerful act of self-discipline and self-improvement. This daily practice keeps your expertise current, stimulates new ideas, and can reveal solutions to problems you might be facing. More broadly, it cultivates a habit of lifelong learning, which is crucial for personal growth and adaptability in an ever-changing world. For the Stoic, wisdom isn't just accumulated knowledge. It's the ability to apply that knowledge to live a good life. Your morning learning ritual provides the raw material for that wisdom to flourish. It's about becoming a little wiser, a little more informed, and a little more capable each day. 10. Be active. Exercise. The Stoics understood the deep connection between mind and body. While they emphasized the primacy of our inner state, they also recognized the importance of physical well-being as a foundation for a flourishing life. Engaging in some form of physical activity every morning, even if it's just a brisk 10-minute walk, can profoundly shape your psychology and set a positive tone for the day. Movement creates emotion. It can dispel morning grogginess, reduce stress, and boost your mood through the release of endorphins. More than that, it's an early win, a way to conquer initial resistance and build momentum. When you choose to move your body, especially when you might not feel like it, you are practicing self-discipline and reinforcing your agency. This physical victory translates into mental confidence. You don't need an elaborate gym routine. A simple walk in nature, some stretching, a short yoga session, or a few bodyweight exercises can be incredibly effective. The goal is to get your blood flowing, to connect with your physical self, and to experience the immediate benefits of an active start. This physical invigoration clears the mind, enhances focus, and prepares you to tackle the day's challenges with greater energy and resilience. As the saying goes, mens sana in corpore sano, a sound mind in a sound body. The Stoics would agree that caring for the vessel that houses your reasoning mind is a rational and virtuous pursuit. Individually, each of these rituals is beneficial. Combined, they create a synergistic effect, building a formidable foundation of inner strength, clarity, and purpose. This isn't about adding more stress to your mornings. It's about investing in yourself, about consciously crafting a life aligned with your deepest values. Now, before you go, let's reflect on an ancient parable that captures the essence of today's discussion. The parable of the obstacle in the path. In ancient times, a king had a large boulder placed on a roadway. He then hid himself and watched to see if anyone would move the boulder out of the way. Some of the king's wealthiest merchants and courtiers came by and simply walked around it. Many loudly blamed the king for not keeping the roads clear, but none did anything about getting the stone out of the way. Then a peasant came along, carrying a load of vegetables. Upon approaching the boulder, the peasant laid down his burden and tried to move the stone to the side of the road. It took a great deal of pushing and straining, but he finally succeeded. As the peasant picked up his load of vegetables, he noticed a purse lying in the road where the boulder had been. The purse contained many gold coins and a note from the king indicating that the gold was for the person who removed the boulder from the roadway. This peasant learned what many others never understand. Every obstacle presents an opportunity to improve one's condition. Just as the peasant transformed an obstacle into an opportunity, so too can we transform our daily challenges into stepping stones for growth. The gold coins represent not just material reward, but the inner riches of resilience, wisdom, and virtue that are earned through effort and a proactive spirit. Embrace the obstacles, for they hold the key to unlocking your fullest potential. The Stoic morning rituals we've discussed today are in a way about proactively addressing the boulders in our own lives, the internal obstacles of inertia, distraction, negativity, and lack of purpose. By consistently applying these practices, we are not just clearing the path for a smoother day, we are strengthening ourselves, discovering hidden reserves of resilience and wisdom, and ultimately uncovering the gold of a life lived with profound meaning and tranquility.